Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. This is Julie with WWIII Freedom. I would like to thank the Lord and give him credit for blessing me with these words that go out to the nations and kingdoms of the earth to root out and pull down, destroy and throw down, or to build and to plant. So the Lord he was able to motivate me to get out of the house yesterday. So we went to church, but he wasn't there. So he did do a sermon somewhere else, which I saw, but I haven't I saw he did it, but I haven't watched it yet. So anyway, that was basically that. And yeah. So Max and I had a fight last night, which is pretty rare at this point, just because I down girl myself all the time from being rude to him. But last night, yeah, there was a misunderstanding, and he kept flipping the calendar. I was trying to show him something, he kept flipping it closed, like it's no big deal, and I open it, he closed it back. So the calendar was in my hands at the point of me getting really angry. So I ripped it. I ripped the calendar, and then he said, and then proceeded to break his. Well, so it were actually his heart, sis, believe it or not, hun. But nah, dude. Ain't effing worth it, man, to go on trying to please his, when he just gonna turn right back around, folks, and ignore her pretty little A for another decade or so, man, till hey kids like graduating or something, miss, and she finally decide. Exactly, bloke. Longin', man, to have a love story history a little bit different from Hey Mama, sis, versus that John O. retake of a tale that just about to swell Hey Banks of abusey handlin' to about effin' burstin', man, if you catch my. And he winked. And no, dear ones, she for sure didn't mean to play down yo Helleny crisis situation in America over there, dear ones. Just sayin' she's sick of hearin' about when it come to yo. By the way, I was fully aware that was like borderline comment that I made, so I talked to the Lord about it. I'm like, should I delete this? Should I delete that? He's like, nope, just leave it. So anyway, well, dear ones, so it like all about you all the time or what, man? And he winked. Exactly, bro. And as diversified as your channel is, man. Oh, you got like international people listening to your channel, man. So you think, dog, you could like open up them Dory examples to include like, oh, I don't know, man, people from Africa or something, bro. Love it, dog, that fire and brimstony thing you got going for yourself, man. But nah, dude, a sweetheart for humanity ain't really hide his, as much as he try of no. All of you dudes that she drawn to by now, man, is some of the sweetest in her view, dude. And he winked. I know, man. You keep it tough sounding, bro, but still, dog. Prophetess of chickies, man, and how sometimes she can see straight past yo mins and into yo of no. And there, dog, we have to leave our compliments for you, man, or you'll start going further wrong. Happen all the time, man. So just calm down, dude. You not no sinner, man, although you live in a fallen. So I told her, man, to take down that creation-y video, all just because some people in Vienna can't really handle it, man, to hear. What, chick? So you asked God about like Adam's naked body, miss, before Eve came along and tipped them sexy-o scales of no. Exactly, dog. And a scientist, bruh. If she just could 'a handled the sight of blood better, man. Back when she were wishing it on my A folks of. I know, Papa. A nurse, bruh. 'Cause I for sure think all this anatomy shiza about the coolest effin' stuff on the planet, man. And she just about right, bro. Yeah, quick side note. I did want to be a nurse, and I went to get my blood drawn at the doctor's for some reason. I can't remember how old I was. I think it was before I hit puberty. But I went to get my blood drawn, and the blood, just watching it go into the needle and seeing the needle go in my skin was like, I just knew I was wrong, and that I couldn't be a doctor or a nurse, although I thought it was super cool. So that anatomy stuff is the coolest stuff on the planet. Is she just about right? Oh, she would have been one of them coming to Christ through nature types, man, if I hadn't a let her see that pretty little angel that day of no. And well, big dog and fired son. all just 'cause he started falling in love with hay. Very self-sabotaging man, and secretive as F about her relationship with me, boys, for the longest, man. Till I finally told my Julie chicken, just stop, hun. Trying to tell people you this great Christian, hun, 'cause they for sure don't believe your A of no, 'cause you all like throwing a cuss word into your speech every now and then of no. And he winked. I know, dog. Ladies, man. And how they get pretty effing shocked on her A fairly easily, dude. Therefore they can't handle it when she say, yeah, doll, so my papa and I took a walk through the woods together the other day of, and he for sure whispering it into my ear through the breeze that he loved me, miss, as I walked through them, and hear that Holy Spirit wind whistling at me of no. Quick side note, I can't remember if I said this already on the channel before, but it happened to me when I was pregnant with Damaris, so about 6 years ago or 7. I was walking through the woods at a retreat. It was a teacher retreat. We were outside Vienna, and I was walking through the woods, and I literally felt like the Lord was whispering to me through the breeze. It was very mystic. We would call it a mystical experience in the technical sense of that word, but it freaked me out. So I was absolutely freaked out the first time it happened to me. Um, but I went back and looked through one of the testimonies I read about the shaman in the jungle who became a Christian. And he said that too, that God speaks through the wind. So I was like, you know what? I maybe shouldn't talk too much about that to people, but for me, it's something that I just accepted. Like the wind can whisper the Lord's love, and I take that view. So now he's talking about the ladies. Yeah, dude. So they raunchy too, man, and thinking to themselves sometimes, what chick? So you think the Lord like wants to rape you or something, miss, with his love and his hell conduct of no? Well, I ain't heard from Miss A in decades, man. So nah, chick. You for sure can't be right on this one, sis, 'cause I'm pretty sure I caught you wearing a low-cut top like yesterday, miss. Oh, you boobity ladies, some of my favorites to work with, hun. All just 'cause you getting shoved aside by, well, women, doll. And it pretty well some of the meanest shark-eating waters out there, doll. Never mind corporate, hun. Exactly, dude. Shoving 'em, dog. And yeah, man, so we mean them strange as hell Boazy and Ruthie tips to the side at times, ain't ya, boys? And what, man? So you ain't like effed a lady never, dog. Oh, it them, man. Given this manly as hell, and many other ways, Stefani of a tip, a fairly hard time at times, man. All just because he chose to. Well, dog, so he would actually choose one of them virginy tips of gals, if he could do, man. But, well, barfin' all over himself at times, man, at they antics about his. And he just about right, dude, to be wishin' a woman would take him seriously, bro, versus go around fawnin' all over his. And he winked. Exactly, bro. Oh, she the Julie one, man, who able to keep a facial expressions like neutral by now, hun, and for sure not smilin' at his, even as he smile and wave at everybody on stage doll that, this one, boys, oh, this our next song, folks, and you better get that piano solo just right, chick, or I'm gone. Nah, man, very effin' sweet to them all, bub, but lookin' a little, well, bossy dude, to put it simply, man, and baby girl like, oh, I don't know, Papa. If I really feel like being bossed around again by, yeah, side note, it's like, it's a worship team, so it looks, for the longest, it looked to me like nobody's really in charge. But Stefan will sometimes pick up the next paper and show it. He'll like shake it and show it to people and smile on stage. And then he'll like point to someone, or like when it's their time for a solo, he'll like meaningfully look at them and smile or like nod his head like it's your turn to do whatever it is. And I'm not a music expert, so I don't really know quite what's happening, except that this person's supposed to do something special with their instrument at that point. Sounds good most of the time to me. So, but anyway, he's very smiley, but also like it kind of looks like he's in charge sometimes when he gets up on stage. So I don't know if I feel like being bossed around again by, even if he no nicer sauce of a dude who actually like my and wanting the best for me of no. Wants to, dog, and we mean like sit her down and give it to her straight of no. Yeah, chick. So the Lord loves you, miss, and I can see it in your eyes, hun, and the way you carry yourself with all the humility that you really belong to him of no. So just down, chick, thinking he gonna leave you in this stinkin' Maxity situation of no. Exactly, dog. Talked about that storm, man, and how Jesus effin' saw they was in trouble, Bob, but just walked on by on that water, miss. I know, doll, the horror, hun, that I'd let my little disciples of chickadees work it out for themselves at that time, man, that. I know, bruh. I think we need to pray, man, that God will come save us of no, versus leaving us here to die, bub, out on these treacherous waters of no. And so we heard 'em or we heard 'em, chick. Exactly, doll. Oh, we see 'em, miss, all distressed about. Just down, doggy, thinking we not gonna help you get through. Persecution of a lifetime, hun, and one that you actually stepped your foot in on purpose of no. So now we got clean up duty to do on your A for now, hun. So just sit back, relax, and watch the show, hun, 'cause we about to swoop in and deal with. Yeah, dog, so it all humanity, son, and not just yo country, bub. So all you little feelin' sorry for yourselves, Americani chicks and chickens is need to turn that sadness over to me, man, 'cause we for sure into guidin'. No, tiny little Israel sauce into effin' Babylon, man, and still, dog. Oh, we preserved 'em, bro, in the cutest, sweetest, and, bro, so that Putin guy come across like some old as F Babylonian of a would whip that condemned ocean, separating the two of you into Alexander's shape if he could, man. We, so-called, but just down, bro, thinking we don't see yo. Plans of a lifetime, folks, to run off and hide in them. And well, dude, so she would give you some advice on that score, man, if she didn't think her audience know more about it than she does, bloke. And she just about right, bro. 'Cause them city nights with flesh and lights sinking into her soul by now, boys, to the point she thinks she hear, although it just a fan, man, making tiny little chirrupy sounds of no. Exactly, man. Wants to run away too, Bob, from all this. Very awful to her in Hayview City, Bob, although I told baby girl to tune down all that disparagin' of the Austrian stuff that she want to. 'Cause baby boy Austrian, man, and we mean to the core, bro, except that he got me and him or something, miss, that kinda turned the tables for him and have you, chick. So nah, doll, ain't like she hate. But well, so that whole spirituality side of things, doll. And if she ain't really seen enough of a certain group of people operating with me and 'em, sis, then she thinking they Nazis or something, doll. I know, chick, the horror, hun. To have yo longin' to just kill some Shiza self compared to a condemned. Pretty close actually, doll, to what a witch long to do, miss. To torture they prey slowly until it comes to an awareness of itself that, yeah, Lord, so I think, bro, that my life going to Shiza for a peopleish reason, bro, versus no demon sauce stuff of no. Oh, it were her, man, back in no 2022, man, but nah, dog. Could it really put her? Didn't get enough views on my videos, Lord, to be a threat to the Regiro, man. So what gives, bro? And why do it feel like my life literally falling apart at the seams of no? When all I want to do is have a condemned makeover, man, do-over of a divorcee lifestyle, man, that she were just about to embrace, folks, if she hadn't known that. Yeah, dog, that man, as he's sending F-boys number 1, 2, 3, and 4 on her A, folks, to tempt my little Julie chicken of no. And, I know, Lord, a black man dude, to get her Julie going of no, with his slick little compliments flying across the room of no. Oh, it did happen, bruh, to the point that baby girl were turning to look at his and wonder, yeah, Lord, so that dude just saw all my flabbity flab as I walked out of that teich with my little Marzy Bob in tow of no. So surely, Lord, he ain't really interested in my when he could have. Um, yeah, really, the part about it being the compliment across the room was a joke or the Lord's playing with words there. It was outside, but I was still in the process of losing weight, so it was the summer of 2022, and I just had Marzy Bob there with me that day, but Yeah, I did go swimming. There was this creepy lady who came close to me in the water and was staring at me the whole time. I didn't realize she was a crony. There was, and there was this guy that was hanging out with a group of people who are sent in basically to support the F boy or F girl in their what's it called? Pursuit, basically. So I could hear them discussing me on the grass not far from where I was with some people. I went to celebrate a friend's birthday that day. So that was that. Yeah, basically it was being very shy, but maybe it came across as a B. I don't know. So here he keeps going. Yeah, dog. So he wasn't effing kidding about that humility thing that she. So just down, boy, thinking she trying to drive you crazy or something, man, by showing you her just a torso, man, and one that she been working all fall, boys, to keep fairly flat, man, versus that tiny bit of chub that about to peek over her jean line, bro. If she wasn't like stopping herself at snack number one for the night, doll, versus going on and on of no. And as much as you want to peg my little Julie chicken for not having no self-control of no. Yes and no, doll. 'Cause she for sure fly into fantasy land sometimes, boys. That too true, dog. But hey, actions, man. And what she choose to not turn her pretty little eyes towards his black on that day of no. Therefore F boy wasn't quite sure on hey A man if he could like approach her or something, miss. Therefore she got another miss in the bedroom, folks of no. And he winked. And a home run in my book, boys, for keepin' hey pretty little eyes to hayself, man, even when they starin' at her. Yeah, dog, those. And so we finally tellin' her, man, that it like about the whole condemned package at times, ain't it, man? Versus no tiny as hell belly sauce of no, that he really could care less about finally, boys. And sees it, dog, finally, man, that a woman can for sure be more than her looks, miss. So just down, chick, thinking you got like the cat in the bag, hun, all just 'cause you lookin' like no pre-made sex poopa of no. Yes and no, miss. For what them boys ain't tellin' you, chick, is that they really is hell longin' for a. But they for sure not goin' to tell that to yo brazen as F and irreverent as they come, baby girl. Even if that thing perky as F compared to her. Oh, she got a mom one, bruh. But nah, dog, ain't callin' her to give you no 360 tour of her, 'cause you pretty well got the info, man. The baby girl got like some secrets, man. They're gonna drive baby boy crazy on her one day, man. But for now, bub, oh, we just got to like push baby boy across the floor, man. Here I saw Stefan with his feet straight out, and the Lord was like, and he was like, leaning back, and the Lord was pushing him across the floor. So the Lord got to push baby boy across the floor to finally talk to her one more time, man. And then it's, oh, he about ready to go poofster sauce on hey, miss. So nah, doll. Like she don't see the time flying past her. Sees it, dog. And well, 2026, dog. Oh, that the years, son. That no bombos could drop of no. Okay, I have known at least that 2025 would be possibly economic crash year, and then the Lord didn't want me to talk about the other stuff for a while, but here it is. 2026 could be the year for World War III, so that gives you some time. Although World War III has technically started, absolutely, the Lord brought that to light a while back. But as far as bringing in the big boys, that's kind of what I mean with that. So that could be the year the bombs drop, of no. But before that, man, oh, we got a few Romeo and Juliet love stories to put together of no. And he winked. Nah, dog. Ain't gonna be no Russian as hell, soldiery type of lady you gonna fall in love with of no. And just down, chick, thinking you gonna do the same thing to they Russian. And mean, doll. They real effin' mean to my Julia's hell chicken of a. Oh, she met one doll. One of them hired to like rape her one day, man, with all the Russian force and hatred of a demon possessed. Yeah, I don't really know. I can't remember when it happened, but at some point when the rape stuff came out, there was a group of these people that are above me. I mean, in charge of watching me that basically either got fired or they left or they switched and because I didn't talk to the Lord about that. But Mr. Z brought in like a new group. So like some of the old ones are still there, but some new ones came in. And then, yeah, he sends them into my space sometimes to signal to me that this person is important. I don't always catch it, but sometimes I do. So anyway, I mean, like they're like in my bubble, like, and I can't do anything about it. And I see, yeah, okay, I should stop talking. And yeah, chick, she ain't got no qualms about admitting it to ya, A, that she got like no hope for that B. Kinda like she view yo. Yeah, dog, so this story complicated, man. And the simplest of all, got to get a little honey bunny of a boy to man up one day, dude. And see that his little Julie honey bunny gon' need like protection or something in this sick world, man. And he winked. Yep, dog. It pretty well like one of them original and sick as they come, bro. Them little German fairy tales of no, where the girl was like raped or something, man, and needed no like peasant farmer to take her in of no. And he winked. And there, dog, is the real as hell reason, folks. I told baby girl she couldn't live in like Hinterholtz Oct, man, 'cause these creeps 'd be creeping along and trying to destroy her day, man. One rapidity session at a and so we promised her chick that it were just gonna be one time of no. So just down doll, thinking she deserved like 30 of them dang things in her. Oh, she very aware of herself, chick. That baby girl getting like borderline prideful at times, man. Thinking about his pretty little lips stroking her by proxy of no. And if she can handle almost 2 years of no praise from humans, bub, except for my flowing into her. Just on Mondays and Fridays at that time, folks, till I like raped her brain and moved in, man. Oh, she were unsure, bro, if she really liked my all up in hay space of no. But well, rolling hay eyes into the back of hay head at that time, man, and almost going insane of no. With a Satanist of a Mr. Z tip, longing to jump down hay throat of no. And kill hay for a time of no. Oh, he did do at that time, man. With what he was saying of no. Exactly, dog. Unfair to the max, man. How he treat my little chickadee of no. And up, doll. And I mean shut the F up, chick, or I'm gonna come and ruin your breakfast of no. And yeah, boys, so she didn't even realize it yesterday on her pretty little self as she got ready for. Oh, she kept that pancake down, man, in the simplest of all. Yeah, Lord, so I guess, dog, you gon' guide me into his regard or something, man. Even though they all standin' by and salivatin' their vate for my to fall of no. And so they truly are, miss, lookin' to see her. But no, dog, she not like Satan or something, miss. Gon' be fallin' from the sky like lightnin' or something, miss. Like that Jono of a tip saw all them thousands of years ago of no. Oh, he here, folks, roamin', perusin', and lookin' through the ranks of them shadowy tips, dude, to see which is how ones he really want rulin' of no. And he winked. And dog, so you want to make the hit list or no, son? I know, dog, you ain't my. But well, boy, so you his right hand man or what, bruh, with that under your belt of no. And slaughterin' you, man, one day, bruh, one sweet day in the exactly bloke. And ain't no loyalty among them satanicary ranks, is they, sis. So no wonder them boys is loath to trust yo. Well, so they write, chick, that you longin' to curse they, if they leave yo a of no. And here, chick, we gotta turn that wheel. I saw a big steering wheel making a rotation. Back to a little Julie chick of no. Ain't cursin' nobody, is she, chick? Although she'd like to say, yeah, B, if you could just like back off for a second from my. I'm about loath and a half to forgive you, sis, for all that you. But well, so my papa in the sky, a bad A hun, and for sure know how to teach me to use the word hun for yo A versus no bittity witchity that you actually deserve of no. And he winked. Oh, with them folks. In no little Julie versus witchy battle with hay, as she send them ambuli rollin' past hay. Every chance she get, man. Although baby girl did a type of therapy session on her own, that sorta blew they minds for her in a strange as hell fashion of no. And yeah, dog, so she ended up butt naked before a pile of pillows, man, with a red ball on top that were supposed to symbolize. Yeah, dog, that, and a little flashin' blue light on hay, that helped create the whole ambuli scene of no. And she played that terribly as hell sung by no Jessica Simpson of a chick that for sure got my little Julie chicken goin' back in the day, man, when she were trying to walk Hey Julie walk all over. Well, abusers, man, to put it strangely, sis. And he winked. Oh, she a weird one, chick. Making up hey like expensive as hell therapy sessions, ma'am. That she doing like alone with me, chick. And he winked. I know, sis. The horror doll. That a baby girl of mine could be like creative or something, bro. Despite they. Very heavy abuse doll. Even though you think she got it all easy peasy of no. Yes and no, doll. And death threats, chick, and how they kinda F-boy poppin' out at her like everywhere she go, ma'am. So nah, sis. Ain't so easy peasy bein' like target numero uno for a shadow elite tip, although we finally effin' told her, bub, that he got like his eye on other prey at times, doll, including yo, 'cause you gettin' like mentioned of no. So just down, dear one, thinkin' he like forgot all about you just 'cause you signed no paperwork of no. So you could like work for the government or something, sis. Oh, she know, doll, that this whole governmenty construct just well, that hun, to put it simply. So nah, doll, when we say baby girl could live in and go broke of, she not effing kiddin' about that, sis. For sure could care less about your blood money of no. Although she realized it gon' help her survive. Singlehood of a lifetime, bro, and comin' up on hey A of no. But nah, man, not actually meant to belong to yo. So just down, boy, stroking hey ego by proxy of no. And he winked. Loves it, man, and hates it all at the same time, man. 'Cause he still ain't come up to hey A and claimed. Alright, so I was just sitting here talking to the Lord real quick about commentary, and he brought to mind, so I want to keep it 100 with y'all. He didn't bring any words to mind. He just brought that scenario from, please forgive me if you're a history buff. It was either World War I or World War II. The entry into that war was so slow. I think it was World War I. And there was the assassination of the Archduke of Austria, I believe. Um, the Lord was bringing that scenario to mind. So how it was just a slow roll into the war. So that is, I believe that's what we're looking at right now. So 2024, 2025, we're slowly rolling into more war. That's true. You can't say what's happening in the Middle East is not war. It for sure is. But like, as I said, the big boys are not fully loaded, fully into it yet. And when I say big boys, I'm also thinking of like Iran or uh, I'm not sure what power Saudi Arabia has, but like I don't just mean the U.S. and Great Britain, but also like Europe and stuff. So anyway, um, I understand some of you that like the way you talk or the way you're like doing things. If you're operating online, you have to bring the views in. You gotta have sensational headlines. That's fine. But I'm like totally on the opposite side of that, and obviously I don't base my channel on views because Mr. Z fiddles with my channel. I'm shadow banned anyways, so I can just tell y'all like it's like it is happening, but we're slowly moving into that. It's not like a big bang type situation, which is how I sort of view the tribulation as well. Although I believe at some point it will be totally clear to like anyone who claims to follow Christ. It'll be clear, like, okay, this is a tribulation for sure. But I've had even people I really respect talking about how they're not sure if we're in the tribulation or not. Many of you are familiar with this or that specific sign or specific prophecy that's being fulfilled. yes, it's being fulfilled and it's a sign to you that it's getting close to the time of tribulation, or like the birth pangs that are happening as the baby is being born. And that beautiful baby is going to be the coming of Jesus Christ. So let's try not to focus too much on the pain, but like think about the baby that's coming, if you will. Um, yeah, I realize sometimes my videos may seem like a roller coaster up and down. I was describing that to someone recently, that that is kind of, I was feeling guilty about that, and the Lord was talking to me, and he's like, yeah, he's like, it's called abuse. And that's kind of the way life is. It's kind of like a roller coaster when you're going through an abusive situation. So that is normal. And yeah, it will be normal in the tribulation as well. So you might have a terrible morning with the bombs dropping, and then an evening of praise. And anyone looking at you from a secular perspective would be like, that girl crazy or that dude crazy. But when we have the Lord, he's basically like, the point for him is not the show that we put on or proving that we're like calm and fine and all that. For him, he's looking into our hearts to see if we're willing to like cling to him in those hard moments. So anyway, that's part of the reason why sometimes I come across totally fine to you, but I still would say I definitely still long for your prayers, basically. So thank you again for any prayers that you may be sending our way. Little Josie is basically almost healed, but she won't have a checkup appointment till November. So she'll get to talk to a doctor or see the doctor in November, and they will confirm if the hole in her eardrum is fixed or healed, and then she can then she can listen to loud music with headphones, apparently. So anyway, glad she's not a teenager. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all we got. I mean, it's not all I got, but like I've said before, I don't feel like commenting on some of this stuff in here. Pretty well embarrassing, literally. So anyway, wish you well. Hope you have a good week or weekend, whenever this is going to come out. And remember, God finds darkness in